Hey guys, thanks again for tuning in to another video. This particular video is going to be about how to prepare detox water. Last night on my page, I blogged about some detox ingredients and a shopping list that I put together, and a few recipes are on there as well. This particular recipe is not on there, but I'm gonna prepare this one with you guys, okay? So this recipe is going to require 2 cups of strawberries, and these are frozen strawberries, which is what I have on hand. And it's really up to you. You can use frozen strawberries or fresh strawberries. Either way, I'm going to slice these and add them to my water. Our second ingredient that we're going to be using for this detox water is fresh mint. We're going to be using just the leaves, not the stems, and about a handful of fresh mint will do. So yeah. And for our third ingredient, we're going to be using a lime. Usually I would use 2 limes, but because we're also going to be adding raw apple cider vinegar to this recipe, 1 lime will do. I don't want it to be too tart. And here is the apple cider vinegar that I'm going to use for this recipe. Bragg's Organic Raw and Unfiltered Apple Cider Vinegar. It's really the best that I have come across. I use it with all my other cooking. I love it. This last ingredient is optional. You do not have to use it, but if you want your water to be a little sweet, then you can. 2 options that you can use for sweeteners are raw and unfiltered honey. And if you're allergic to honey and you can't use honey, then you do have another option. You could use organic blue agave. Any one of these would do. For me and my particular taste, I think that the raw honey tastes better for me. So I'm going to be adding 2 tablespoons of that. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and cut up all our strawberries. These are the 2 cups of strawberries cut up. And once again, I am using the frozen ones. It may look like a lot, but really you can alter this recipe to your liking. If you want less strawberries, you can use less strawberries. If you want more strawberries, then you can use more strawberries. But for me, 2 cups of strawberries is perfect. I really like to have that strawberry taste, the strawberry and mint taste, which is why I'm using the amount of strawberries and mint that I'm using. So go ahead and put all your strawberries into the 48 ounces of water, which is 6 cups. I'm going to put all my strawberries in here. And like I said, I do like using the frozen strawberries because they stay together a lot better when you're cutting them, and as you can see, they make less of a mess than if you were using, fresh strawberries. So now that we have done the strawberries, I'm going to go ahead and cut up my lime. Remember, we're only using 1 lime. So we're going to cut it in half, and then 1/2 we're going to cut into little wedges, like so. So about 4 wedges should be good. And we're going to go ahead and throw those into our water. And for the other half of this lime, we are going to squeeze the lime juice into the water. Make sure you squeeze it as best as possible. Try to get as much of the lime juice in your water. And now that we're done adding the lime juice into our water, I'm gonna go ahead and take our mint leaves, and I'm gonna start just to take off the leaves. Remember, we're only gonna need the leaves and not the stem. So all the leaves I'm going to take off, and ta-da! this is what a handful of mint leaves looks like. And as I mentioned before, if this is too much mint for you, then you can use less mint. So let's go ahead and add that into our water. Next, we are going to do all the wet ingredients that this recipe requires. I'm going to start with the organic, raw, and unfiltered apple cider vinegar. We're going to use 2 tablespoons of this, and I'm shaking it up just so that the film that builds up inside, which is called the mother, is stirred up. So we're going to use 2 tablespoons, okay? Here goes the first one. And one more. And that's it for the apple cider vinegar. And as I mentioned before, this is the optional sweetener that you can use. You could use honey or agave. I'm going to use the raw and unfiltered wildflower honey. And I'm only using 2 tablespoons as well. If you would like to use more sweetener than 2 tablespoons, you can absolutely use more sweetener, but the 2 tablespoons of sweetener in the 6 cups of water is just about enough for me. So that's it for all our ingredients. We've managed to put together all of the ingredients that go into this recipe. Now the last thing for us to do is to stir everything up. Excuse me while I get my spoon really quickly. And I'm just gonna go ahead and stir everything up. And I'm gonna place this in the refrigerator for about minimum 2 hours. If you want to leave it overnight, that's great. It'll have more time to infuse and it'll taste a lot better. So this is our final product, mint and strawberry infused water. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to subscribe and see you next time. Bye.